Hi Student Success, welcome to week 6 of the summer semester. We are floating right by, just a few weeks left to go. So before I hop into week 6, I do want to let you know that during this week, I will have week 1 reopened. So both the videos and the week itself will reopen. And this is just a chance for anyone who maybe was still getting the hang of Brightspace, or maybe you enrolled a few days after the semester started, whatever the case might be, just in case you need to get anything done that you missed in that very first week. So that will open this Friday, Saturday, Sunday of week 6, just week 1. And then you will see week 2 will reopen during week 7. And week 3 will reopen during week 8. So you'll get chances from those weeks as well. I like to do that just beginning of the semester weeks because sometimes students are still kind of figuring their way around and they may have missed some things. All right. So let's hop down here. If you have not already done so, I encourage you to watch the Chapter 6 lecture video because it does give you the basis for your assignments for this week. So if we hop in your assignments, we have a typical week in that we have a discussion forum, and then you have several assignments. So as always, your discussion forum prompt is due by Wednesday for your weekly attendance, and then you have responding to 2 classmates, and then the other assignments due Sunday as well. So let's go ahead and jump in. Chapter 6, because Chapter 6 is based on like academic integrity and test taking and memory, your discussion forum is going to focus on that. So here is your prompt. It says, answer these questions. So you can answer them together or you can separate them. But question 1 says, what forms of academic dishonesty are most prevalent on your campus? So I want you to think about either your most recent like in-class experience, whether it's here on campus, whether it's a high school class, or if you're only taking online classes, you can think about in the online environment. And if you open your textbook to section 6.5, the honest truth, if you scroll down, it does go through and give some examples of academic dishonesty, some of which you're probably super familiar with, you know, cheating, using information that you're not supposed to be using, or turning in work that is not really your own, plagiarism, you know, copying and pasting, or not giving proper, you know, attribution to where you got the information from. Fabrication is not quite as uncommon, but you might see that in some classes. Unfair advantage, this is if you are taking like a Monday, Wednesday class, and then your friend is taking Tuesday, Thursday, it's the same professor, same class, and you kind of fill each other in on like, hey, this is on the test, this is what you should study. Like that's an example of unfair advantage. There's aiding and abetting academic dishonesty, falsification of records, and unauthorized access. So just kind of look through that list, and that might give you a good idea of what to think about. Again, think about your in-person experiences in high school or here at the college, or your academic online experiences. What do you think is most prevalent? And then what can you do to avoid doing those in your career? You know, can you just make sure that you're knowing citation? Can you manage your time better? Can you just be honest with yourself? You know, whatever it is that you think you can do to avoid those in your own career. So make sure you post your original response by Wednesday and then respond to 2 classmates by Sunday. All right, your Chapter 6 assignment, there are 3 parts to this, so make sure you do all 3 parts. It says part 1, read the attached article. So if you scroll down, you'll see a PDF. It's called Fake News. You'll open it up, and it's rather short. The first page is mostly just the picture, and then you have a page of reading, and then like a half, well, 3/4 a page on the 3rd page. So not a very long article at all. That's part 1. Read that article. Part 2, choose one of the following verbs included here to write a short essay question about the article. So you are putting yourself in the shoes of a teacher. So you have this article and you want to test your students on the article using an essay format. So you're going to create a question based on the article. This is not just like some random question you're coming up with. It's a question that can be answered from the article. So maybe you're going to say defend or clarify, or you can use to compare and contrast, you know, define and identify, whatever you want to do. You're going to write an essay question. And then part 3 is answer your own question. So in 3 to 5 complete sentences, answer your own question. Okay, so make sure you do all 3 parts, and it all relates back to this article here. You're not just making up some random question. I've had some really odd things submitted before. So you're making up a question based on this article right here. That's why you have to read it first, come up with a question, and then respond to that question. You can type your responses in the comments area, or you can upload like a Word document, whatever is easiest for you. All right, your next assignment is called Test Your Memory, and this is where I'm going to need you to be honest with yourself. You're going to open up another PDF, and it's going to have this real quick, and I'm going to scroll down so it doesn't even show for super long. The reason I say be honest is because I am not grading you on how many words did you remember. It's really down here. So what you're going to do is have this list of words and time yourself for about 30 seconds. After 30 seconds is over, scroll down so you can't see it anymore and jot or type down as many words as you can recall. And then you're going to answer these 3 questions. This right here is the meat of what I'm grading. How many words were you able to remember? Oh, I was able to remember 7 words. Which words did you forget? Well, scroll up and see which words you forgot. And then what memory techniques did you use? Did you do repetition? Did you kind of do visuals? Did you make up a song? That is the part that you're going to be graded on, not like, oh my gosh, they only remember 2 words. That's not what I'm looking at. And you're not going to get extra credit if you remembered all of them. So you can just in the comment area, you can answer these 3 questions, or you can get a Word doc and answer those questions. So that's your test your memory. And then finally, how well do you study? This is an automatically graded assignment by Brightspace. And so you're just basically going to
Good study skills are essential for doing well in college. To find out.
And you're going to just walk through and you're going to answer the questions. It's going to basically asking you exactly what it sounds like. How well do you study? So make sure that you answer that all the way through to the very end and submit that. All right, so quick recap. Make sure you post your original response to the Chapter 6 forum on Academic Honesty by Wednesday and respond to 2 classmates by Sunday. Complete your Chapter 6 assignment, all 3 parts. Read the article, come up with a question, answer your question. You can do this in a Word doc or in the comment area. Test your memory, where you are going to do exactly what it sounds like. Just test your memory, that list of words. And this is the part that I'm going to grade. You, again, can type it in the comment area, or you can upload a Word doc. And then this how well do you study assignment. Again, week 1 will be open this Friday, Saturday, Sunday if you want to take advantage of that. And